from his home in a dark cave underground. It's Comedy After Dark starring Mike Burke, the rebooted Reboot Edition. And now, turn up the volume, snuggle up and get cozy. It's your social distancing, lifelong expert, Mike Burke!
Thank you everyone. Wow, what a great fake audience. Oh, you guys are so much better than the last one, let me tell you. Oh, you're great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all look great. Oh, yeah, and you're doing a great job social distancing. I see everybody's about 2 inches apart from each other. Great. Everybody's got their nose up in each other's faces, which is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you today for joining me inside of my bathtub. We have a great show. This is show number 102. Our second episode back with this reboot edition of Comedy After Dark. I want to thank you all for coming. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and kind of introduce myself a little bit. So yeah, I started out doing comedy many years ago and had a TV show when I was in high school, which was Comedy After Dark. Now, once high school ended, eventually I became a filmmaker. And I chose to be an independent filmmaker. And the thing is I actually wanted to be a Hollywood film director and actor. And it was my dream. I wanted to be famous. I did. I wanted the fame, the accolades. I wanted the Academy Award. I, like many actors, stood in front of the mirror holding up, something like an object and going, I just want to thank the Academy and thank all of you lovely Jack Nicholson, Jack, my best friend Jack, and oh, there's Tom. Hey, Tom Hanks, how you doing, man? We're going to do our 5th movie together, I promise. I wanted that. But I started to realize that Hollywood just wasn't really going to be the place for me. And the reason why is because I had so much more control as a filmmaker on my own. And I found, too, that Hollywood was doing all of these remakes, which I'm not going to get into it here, but I hate remakes. I hate them. I kind of think it's, like, disrespectful towards the original filmmakers in the original movie and the generations who grew up with those movies. So I just hate them. So I thought, I think I might actually do better as an independent filmmaker. And eventually the want for fame and the Academy Award, all that faded. I just want to make good movies. Because I made that decision, there's not a lot of money to be made unless you actually strike it big when you're doing independent films. Most of the time I'm paying to make the movies instead of actually earning money. So that means that I have to have a day job. And so many years ago, I got hired to work at this warehouse. And at the time, I had been out of work for about 6 months. And I found ways to make money by selling stuff on eBay and different things I owned. And I did a lot of artwork at the time, and I was actually selling my artwork on eBay and surprisingly did quite successful with it. And then I started mowing lawns. Well, eventually I needed to get more money than just that, so I got hired to work in this warehouse as a warehouse manager. And you had the office staff, and then you had me. So I was going to work in the warehouse by myself. Now, on my first day, my boss informs me that he's going on vacation. I was hired just a few days before July 4th, so he was taking that whole next week off. So I only had 1 day of training. Now, I knew how to do the kind of work that I was going to do, but I didn't know anything about the parts and the part numbers and what the items were, and there were a lot. It was quite overwhelming. So he was going to train me very quickly. And he decided he was going to take me on a tour of the warehouse and point out each different item, tell me their part numbers, show me the items, and let me know what they were. I knew it was going to be a fun day. So anyways, I show up to work, and he's ready to go. He didn't want to waste any time. He didn't have much time left. Now, I wanted to explain my boss in a way that doesn't sound rude. This is how he was. He was a portly fellow. Very large. Very large. And he also had this very thick Southern accent, which was really odd because he was born in Connecticut. Never understood that. So, anyways, I walk in and he's like, hey, bud, good morning, bud. How you doing? I'm doing fine, doing great. Okay, great, bud. Well, we don't have much time here, so what I'm going to do is take you around the warehouse and I'm going to show you the parts, all right? All right, fine. Great. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start right here. Does that sound good, bud? Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. All right, bud. So let's start here. This here is a disposable glove. And these disposable gloves, we ship them here, and we sell them in cases. We never sell them as individual boxes. You understand, bud? Yep, I got it. All right, so these are the part numbers. You got 10,000 part numbers here I need you to memorize. Whatever you need to do, whether you got to write them down, type something up, go through memory techniques, but you're going to need to know all these parts. So that way, if I call you down one day and say, hey, Mike, I need 972585124723212 mine, you'll understand that, right? Yeah, but what was that mine part at the end? No, that's part of the part number, M-I-N-E. Oh. Yeah, I need you to remember that whole... Can you do that right now? Just remember it. No, I can't. All right, bud, you work on that. We start walking down the aisles, and he goes, oh, shit, bud. Oh, shit. Wait, this box is taped up. I'm going to need to cut it open. Okay, great. I don't really see why he's angry about that. It's not a big deal. But you see, I got a problem, bud. I jacked up my hand. I cut my hand here. Oh, yeah, I got it all taped up, and it kills like a bitch. It kills like a bitch, bud. Nah, I'm sure it does. Yeah, it does. But you see, I got a problem here, because I got a knife in my pocket. Yep, I need that knife. Oh, yeah, okay, well, just grab it then. Yeah, you see, here's the problem here, bud. I can't grab that knife. I'm not... Why? It's just in your pocket. No, you see my hand? Look at how my hand's all jacked up. Yeah, I can't fit my hand in my pocket and get the knife. Okay, well, I can go look for a razor blade. No, we don't have any. Oh, all right, well, maybe there's... No, there could be scissors. No scissors. I need that knife. I want my knife. I like to use my knife when I open up boxes, and I want to use my knife. It's sharp. I just sharpened it last night. That's how I got this cut. I was sharpening my knife, and look what I did. Okay. Well, you have another hand. Well, you see, bud, here's the problem, bud. Look at my size. I'm a big fella, and because I'm such a big fella, I can't go any further than here. That's about as far as I could go. I could just rip the tape up. No, bud, I want my knife. Could you help me out? I'm not really sure I'm understanding. Yeah, but I need you to take your hand and stick it in my pocket of my shorts that I'm wearing right now. And I need you to pull out that knife. Can you do that for me, bud? What? Yeah, I need you to take your hand and stick it in my pocket of the shorts I'm wearing and pull out the knife. Can you do that, bud? You want me to take my hand, and stick it in your pocket? Pull the knife out of your pocket? What? That's funny. I could go ask for a razor blade. No, bud, I want my knife. Give me my knife. But I don't wanna. No. Come on, bud. It's right there. You just stick your hand right in my pocket, and you should be able to find it. Just feel around there, but it's there. I can feel it right now. Yeah, but oh God. Yeah, but this can't be happening. It can't be. This is my first day, and the dude wants me to take my hand and stick it in his pocket. I feel around. Oh God! And grab a knife and pull it out. No, I didn't sleep well last night. This isn't real. It isn't. No, it's just an illusion, right? This isn't really happening. No, not on my first day. No, it isn't. You know what? I could just rip that. Bud, get my knife. I really don't see what the big deal is here, Bud. Just go in there. Get right in there. Stick your hand right in my pocket. But you gotta. You know it's fine, Bud. The knife's right in there. You just stick your hand right in there, and you'll be able to feel it and grab it. Feel it and grab it. Oh God! This isn't happening. No. It isn't. This is not happening. I don't want to. I don't want to. But come on now, you just do it. Come on, I gotta go. You know, I'm going on vacation. I gotta get this done. Just go in there. It's no big deal. Just grab my knife. But I don't want to take this hand that's attached to my body and stick it in your pocket. I don't want to do it. Come on, bud. Let's go. We're wasting time here. Just grab that knife. Just grab it. I didn't know what to do. I just froze. I stood there, just frozen. It didn't seem like reality. It couldn't be possible. There was no way that I just got hired for a new job, and that this new boss of mine was asking me to take my hand and stick it in his pocket. I don't put my hand in other dudes' pockets. I don't want to. I don't want to put my hand in another dude's pocket. And what if I can't find the knife? What if I have to feel around in there and try to find it? And what if I grab something else? I just threw up in my mouth. So I stood there for quite a while. I broke out into a sweat. I was probably beet red. I was boiling up. I was just like, God, it's so hot. Woo! Can we turn on a fan or something? Ugh. I felt dirty and gross, and I didn't know what to do. And then I thought, I could just quit. I could quit. It's only my first day. I could just say, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm leaving. I could have left. I could have just flat out said, yeah, I don't put my hand in another dude's pocket. Okay? But then I thought, I had been out of work for 6 months. You know, the lawn mowing can only get me so far, and selling artwork on eBay, I got a truck payment. I'm going to run out of money soon. I need this job, and it took so long to find it, and it's a good paying job, and oh God, I think I have to do this. I'm a dirty whore. That's what I am. I'm a dirty whore. Oh God. Woo. Oh, all right, get it together. Get it together. It'd be like ripping off a Band-Aid. You just go in real quick, you grab it, and you pull it out, and you're done. Just saying those words. The words don't even sound good. I threw up again. So I decided to do it. Please don't judge me. All right, bud. You ready there? You just stick your hand in there. Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. You got it? I got something. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. You got it, bud. I don't know. No, bud. That's enough. It is? But it doesn't feel like it. Oh, God. Just pull it right out. Oh, God. What if... Oh, God. What if... Oh, no. Oh. It is the knife. Okay. Here you go. Oh, thanks, bud. There we go. I wanted to die. I felt so dirty. I wanted to just take a shower. And that's the time I stuck my hand in another dude's pocket in order to grab his knife.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So,
All right, welcome back to the show. This is very exciting. I'm like really excited about this. Have you seen the docu-series on Netflix called Tiger King? Have you heard of that? Yeah, I pretty much think everybody has, right? Yeah. So you probably know the name Carole Baskins. Well, you are not going to believe this. Carole Baskins is here today. She has agreed to join the show today for an interview, and I am like, this is like amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the show, Carole Baskins!
Hey, you cool cats and kittens. Carole Baskins here. It's a pleasure to see you.
Wow, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. All right, so the big question that everybody wants to know is, did you, Carole Baskins, always ride a bike, or did you have a car at some point?
Well, I did used to drive a car before I drove a bike. Actually, I drove a bike when I was a child, and then I drove a car. But I was a terrible driver. I was always running into trash cans and other cars and running over joggers and bikers. I once found a man stuck to the rear tire of my car. I don't even remember hitting him. So I just hosed him off and went about my day. But yes, now I ride a bike. It is much safer for me and much more fun. I get to feel the breeze of the cool wind as it blows, and I get to escape easily wherever I go.
All right, great. That's enough. I think we got enough. Thanks. So, Miss Baskins, you accused Joe Exotic of abusing animals by putting big cats in cages. Yet you also have big cats in cages, but your cages are much smaller, as we saw in the documentary. So how does that not make you a hypocrite?
Yes, I can't agree with that assessment that I'm a hypocrite at all. I don't have a zoo. I have a facility. And at my facility, all of the tigers are well loved, but we don't touch them. We don't pet them. Petting a wild animal is abuse. It is simply abuse. And if you pet a wild animal, you are an abuser. And if you visit one of these so-called zoos and you start petting a wild animal, you too are an abuser. You are guilty. You are at fault. And you should pay. You should pay dearly. You should be whipped and beaten, and then beaten even more. For abusing an animal, you abuse her. By petting an animal, you abuse them. Now, a lot of people say that I was upset because of the living conditions of tigers at these other facilities, or as I call them, zoo. And then saying that I'm a hypocrite because my animals live in small cages. But you see, I'm not a hypocrite. Because when the animals come to my zoo, we line them up and we flat out ask them, would you like to live in the open field or would you like to live in a tiny cage? We want you to be comfortable. So if any of you say yes and actually speak, then we will put you out in the field. But if none of you say a word, then the cage is where you'll live. They never speak, none of them. And so we know that the best place for them to go is a cage. But we don't call it a cage. It's a house. A tiny house. So many people these days are living in tiny houses because they realize how wonderful they are. And therefore, the tigers all live in tiny houses.
Your voice actually grates on my nerves. And your calm demeanor. Seriously, it really grates on me. So, Carole, how did you get involved in taking care of big cats? What's your story?
Oh, yes. The day I started taking care of big cats was a wonderful day in my life. I was 8 years old, and Mama Baskins bought me a pet kitty cat. He was a wonderful little baby, so cute and cuddly. I would pet him and sleep with him and take baths with him and walk with him to the store and put him in my little basket on my bike. And then one day a car hit my bike and killed him, and he splattered all over. And I was so upset, and I said, "Mommy Baskins, you murdered my cat." And she said, "How did I murder your cat?" And I said, "You ran over me with the car in the driveway, and you killed the cat, you miserable hag." Well, Mommy Baskins was so upset that she took me out to the middle of the woods and let me go. While I was out there, I came across this orange-striped cat. He was a little guy, but we struck up a friendship, and I started to run with him, and eventually made my way to a pride of big cats. They were my family. They taught me how to be who I am, and taught me about who I am on the inside. And so every night we would run through the woods and chase down the deer, and then with my own mouth I would rip open the flesh of the deer and eat it. And then I would drink its blood. It was wonderful. I had so many wonderful memories with my pride. And that's how I got started taking care of big cats. I wanted to give back.
Great. That's awesome. So, Carole, you always seem to stay calm. Do you ever actually get angry or raise your voice?
Oh, yes. I'm incapable of anger. Anger causes stress, which causes you to make rash decisions and do stupid things, and I never want to be that way. I mean, anger could lead you to killing your own husband and chopping him up into pieces and then feeding him to your cats. And I would never, ever want to be like that or do that. Therefore, I find it's best to always remain calm, even when you're murdering your husband.
So, Carole, where's your ex-husband? Did you kill him and feed him to your tigers?
Yes, I have been asked that question a lot, and the truth is no. I did not kill my husband. If I was to allegedly kill my husband, just hypothetically, I would create this elaborate story and make sure I had an alibi to back it up. Meanwhile, I would then have my current husband dress up who I was allegedly having an affair with, and I would have him dress up like me with a wig and ride a bike all over, so it builds up an alibi that I couldn't have killed my husband because witnesses saw me. And then, as my husband woke up from his long night of sleeping, I would then bash him over the head with a candlestick, and then shove it straight up his ass to hide the evidence, of course. And then I would take his dead corpse and bring him down to the basement, where I would chop him up into tiny little pieces, not too small, but small enough, and then I would put them in a wheelbarrow and drag them out to my fields and just throw the pieces to the animals so that they could eat them. And then when they were done, I would take the bones and mash them up, and crunch them up and mash and crunch them and turn them into a sand. And then I would drive to the nearest beach and spread those crunched up pieces of bones all across the beach, and nobody would ever know. That's what I would do if I actually murdered my husband, but I didn't. It's all hearsay. It's all made up. It's a lie. It's all a lie. All a lie from that little runt Exotic Joe.
Carole Baskin's, ladies and gentlemen. Are you a fan of all things paranormal? Well, check out my brand new website called paranormalaliens.com, featuring things of a darker nature on all sorts of really cool products. You could get wall clocks, mugs, t-shirts, all kinds of wonderful things. Just go to paranormalaliens.com and check it out, and also know that many of the items there actually ship for free. I ship worldwide, so check it out today, paranormalaliens.com. And for anybody who's a fan of Comedy After Dark, just take the coupon code down below, go to paranormalaliens.com, and you will get 10% off your entire order. We'll see you there, paranormalaliens.com.
And now it's Newsbreak with your anchor person, some dude.
Oh, hey, man. Hey, welcome to another edition of Newsbreak. Whoa. So, man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. That's like crazy, man. Like, alright, so like, the Corona beer has been out there killing people. Yeah, man, like murdering people. I mean, I never in my wildest dreams thought my favorite beer would be that dangerous. But apparently when you drink it, it gives you all these little microbes that go inside your body, and then they eat your organs and stuff. And then you start puking and pissing your own insides. Whoa, that's heavy stuff, man. Also in the news, there's like storms going on. Can you believe it? Storms? And storms with like tornadoes, man, and hail. And they're like really bad. You know, they go into a neighborhood and then they rip all the houses down, and sometimes it'll happen even when you're sitting on the toilet, man. I mean, imagine that. There you are in your own house, sitting on the toilet taking a dump, and then suddenly your house is gone, and there you are for all the neighbors to see, man. Whoa, that's heavy. So yeah, the news is crazy, man. And it gets even crazier, man. My whole life, I've been seeing these things in the sky, like flying around all the time. And then at night when I would go to bed, I would be visited by little green man. Yeah, man. Shh, quiet. They might be listening. Yeah, they'd like stand by my bed and watch me sleep, and sometimes they would take me to their ship and probe me. Sometimes I'd even have sex with them. Oh yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't for the purposes of fun. It was because they were trying to create little hybrid me's and aliens. So I've got a bunch of kids, like a lot. And they're like half green and half gray, and they all got big eyes and giant mustaches like me, man. Whoa! Some of them even have hair like me. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, but here's what's even crazier. All these years, people have been telling me I'm nuts. I'm seeing things. There's nothing in the sky. Aliens aren't real. I'm not fathering alien babies. No, it's all in my head. They say that you've been doing too much of the ganja. Well, that's not true, man. Ganja doesn't do anything. It just makes me feel good, man. It doesn't mess with my brain. I'm still smart. Look, I'm a news anchor, man. I mean, come on. You gotta be smart to be a news anchor. I mean, look at all the truths I've been giving you, man. So anyways, the government, the U.S. government, the Pentagon, and even the Air Force, man. Oh, this is heavy. They admitted that UFOs, oh man, are real. That's right, man. They actually admitted it. They released documents and videotapes and everything, man. I'm not crazy. All this time everybody thinks I'm crazy, but nope, I'm not. And now the U.S. government's confirming it. So yeah, people, while you're all paying attention to the Corona beer, aliens are everywhere, man. And the government admits it. Whoa. Well, in other news, there's the story, and you probably heard about this because it's been all over the place and all over Netflix, some popular series. It's the Santa King. Yeah, man, the Santa King. He's like this crazy guy who lives somewhere in the cold, and he has his own zoo with all these reindeer. Yeah, man. And he's been accused of abusing them. You know, letting people pet them when they're little babies and then attaching straps to them and forcing them to fly. Wow, again, here I thought, I was crazy because everybody's saying reindeer don't fly, but I'm saying, man, I see them every day. And once again, here we are confirming it, man. Reindeer do fly. Well, the Santa King is in big trouble. Apparently, this woman called the Tooth Fairy wanted to take him down and put him in prison for abusing animals. Well, the Tooth Fairy, she has her own little zoo too. And she has her own animals. She puts fairies in cages. Yeah, little fairies, but the cages is so tiny. Well, anyways, she was married to the Easter Bunny, and, as you know, the Easter Bunny is missing, and been missing for a while. And, it looks like the Tooth Fairy may have fed him to her own fairies, man. I mean, this is nuts. Well, anyways, the Santa King, he hates the Tooth Fairy, and he wanted to put a hit on her. Well, now he's in prison. But apparently he escaped using magic dust, and, guess what, folks? Here at Newsbreak, we have him exclusively from the North Pole, and he wanted to talk about this, and he has a message, so we're gonna let Santa take it away. Hey, King Santa, take it away, man.
Hey, listen, alright, all this stuff, it's all lies. Alright, the Tooth Fairy made it up, and all these other activists making up stories that I'm abusing animals. I don't abuse animals, I love animals. Reindeer are my best friends, okay? They want to fly. They're not forced to fly. I don't beat them. And these stories of me killing reindeer when they get too old, that just isn't true, okay? When a reindeer gets old and they can't move anymore, they have no value of life. They're suffering. They're sad and miserable and in pain. And so, I shoot them. Well, understand this, okay? I have to shoot them. I can't use tranquilizers or nothing, because then I can't feed them to the other reindeer and the elves. The elves love reindeer meat. It's one of their favorite meals. So when a reindeer gets too old and can't live anymore, that's when we kill him and feed him to the elves, alright? There's nothing wrong with it. They simply are too old to live. I gotta talk about something else too. There's rumors going around on the internet, thanks to these animal activists and these human rights activists, that I abuse the elves. That it's a sweatshop. Where are you getting this shit from? They're hired help, okay? I went to the special forest where I found all the elves, and I said, hey, who needs a job working for Santa Claus? And they all raised their hands and said, me! So I packed up a giant van, and I loaded them in the van and took them to the North Pole and put them to work. But it's them. They chose to come. And yeah, we work long hours. Well, they do, I don't. But they work long hours, like, sometimes 20, 22 hours a day. But they choose to do that. Nobody's forcing them. They could leave anytime they want. This is just a ploy by the animal activists to make good old Santa Claus look bad. I got falsely accused of hiring a hitman to go kill the Tooth Fairy. Well, that's not true. What people should be looking at is the Tooth Fairy for killing her husband. She killed up that Easter Bunny and fed him to the little fairies she has in cages. Look it up! I got the evidence! As a matter of fact, I'm going to present it all because I got a giant room full of evidence. Ho, 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 Tooth Fairy! You going down, bitch! So, that's all this is. It's just an angry activist woman who wants to take down the Santa King. That's all it is. Alright? Well, I'm innocent, so screw all of you! Ho, ho, ho! Merry summertime!
Whoa, well, thanks, man. Wow, King Santa. Hey, listen,
I once saw him when I was a kid. Yeah, I saw him in the living room, standing right on top of the table, the coffee table, man, taking a dump on the plate of cookies. And so I went down there. I was like, "Whoa, Santa man, why are you taking a dump on the cookies?" And he said, "Well, ho, 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 I don't eat organic shit. What is this stuff? What is it made of, man?" And I said, "Well, Santa man, it's made out of the dandelions in the backyard, man." And he was like, "I don't like this shit." And he just kept dumping it. Yeah, shit all over the place. And then I noticed that the milk was yellow. And I said, "Santa man, why is the milk yellow?" And he goes, "What the hell is this? Isn't milk, man. What is this?" I said, "That's almond milk, man." And he goes, "Almond milk? I don't drink nuts." And then he pissed in it. Whoa. That's one hell of a dude there, that Santa dude. Well, anyways, that's it for News Break. I'll be back again another time with more news that's going on. News Break, where I speak the truth.
If you've enjoyed some of the characters you've seen appear on the show so far, you can actually have me create custom videos for you as those characters. Just go to Fiverr.com and you can order directly from me custom videos for whatever you need. Now, these videos can be a birthday message, a message for a coworker, something funny. It could also be a promotional video. Perhaps you want to promote your website, or even a message for your Facebook friends on your live feed. Just go to Fiverr.com and check out the link below. You'll find me there and order today. Only at Fiverr.com. Please, calm down, everyone. Calm down. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. You are just awesome, really. Just seeing all of your invisible faces just makes me feel so much better. It really does. I feel like I'm alone, because I am. So thank you so much. We will be back with a brand new episode next week. I don't know why I say we. I am the only one here. Unless, of course, you count all the voices in my head. And in that case, there's a lot of us. So anyways, I hope all of you stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you next week, Planet Earth. I can't believe that. The show is actually seen all over the planet.